Now more than ever, I'm realising having a little bit of luxury on the bank goes a long way, and you can't beat a proper coffee. But today I'm down at my local club lake, and there's been a few fish moving about, so I'm going to ping the rods out and then we'll cook up a little bit of lunch. So you might have realised that this video isn't strictly about me coming fishing at my club lake. Today we are looking at this amazing bit of kit, and this is the Anker SOLIX F1200 portable power station. And it's called a power station for a reason. That is a 1000-watt air fryer which is cooking me chicken wings in the middle of nowhere. Does it get much better than that? They're nearly done, so I'm going to enjoy them and then I will tell you everything you need to know about this power station, because it is a ridiculous bit of kit. Bearing in mind, them chicken wings have been going for about 20 minutes so far. I've made a proper coffee on a coffee machine as well, and I've still got 75% battery life left. It is ridiculous. Let me eat them, then I'll tell you everything about it. They're good. They're very good. Well, them chicken wings went down very, very well, and it's probably all over my face still, but that is thanks to this mega bit of kit. So this, like I said, is the Anker SOLIX F1200 portable power station. Now it's a 1200 model because it has got 1229 watt hours capacity in the actual battery itself. Now to a lot of you, that's not going to mean a great deal, but like I said earlier, using the analogy of how much power I've used 27% of the battery to cook chicken wings, which are about 25 minutes on a 1000-watt air fryer. I've made a coffee out of a proper coffee machine, and I've also charged my phone through the PD port. Now, there's so much to this, I don't really know where to start if I'm completely honest. So let's run through the ports so you actually get with it on the front. So you've got 2 PD ports, or USB-C, and 4 normal USBs. Now the 2 PDs, one is 100 watts and one is 60 watts. So what that translates to is obviously you're going to get fast charging from your phone by plugging it into that, but the 100-watt PD ports will actually charge the newer MacBooks on the bank, which for us is a mega thing, because obviously doing what we do a lot of editing and things like that, so to be able to actually charge your MacBook as you're doing stuff is huge. You've also got the car socket or your conventional 12-volt socket. A lot of things are powered by them, so it's still very relevant. And then you've got 2 AC out sockets as well, so that's where you can use your bigger items, things like the coffee machine, the air fryer, something else I'm going to try on it later as well, but that's towards the end of the video. So yeah, you've got loads of different options when it comes to ports. You've obviously got this big display which is very clear and easy to understand, so it shows you your battery percentage, and then along the top here you've actually got a light bar as well, which is quite handy. So if you're sitting out at night, then you can use this as a little bivvy lamp or something like that, which is really good. And it's obviously LEDs, it's going to be super low wattage and take hardly any of the battery up. So that is basically as you see it. Each of these, well, not the PD ports or the USB, but the more power hungry sockets have all got their own little switch as well, so they're only on when you're actually using them. You just switch them on and then that allows power to come through that point. So yeah, it's very cool. You've got twin handles, so it makes it easier to carry around, because something like this, it's not light. That's power banks in general. Batteries are heavy. This comes in just under 20 kilos, so it's not light, but it's definitely more than manageable, especially with these 2 handles. It does kind of disperse the weight quite nicely and easily. And put it this way, I haven't thought it's too heavy, I can't move it, which I have done with other power banks in the past. Some of them are ridiculously heavy, but yeah, this isn't too bad. And it is definitely built to last. Now this is actually a drop-proof design. So the materials that have been used are very high end. It's impact resistant, it's UV resistant, and apparently it's even flame retardant. So it's not going to be easy to destroy. But the thing to me that stands out above the rest is how quick this recharges. So this goes from 0 to 80% in an hour. That is very fast for a battery of this size. So it's not one of them things that you've got to think, oh, I've got to charge that overnight before I go fishing the next day. You can literally charge it as you load in your car or your van. It's that quick to get the power back into it. And in terms of charge cycles, it's going to last you forever as well. So you get basically 3,000 charge cycles, which if you translate that into years, you're getting nearly 9 years of charging it every single day. So this is one of them things that once you've got it, it's going to last you. Yeah, sometimes maybe making a coffee out of a coffee machine or using an air fryer on the bank is a little bit too far. But something like this, if you're doing a longer trip in France, you know it's got you covered. Whether you're vlogging it, whether you're like filming everything, using your drone, using multiple cameras, obviously taking MacBooks, things like that, this is going to cover you for whatever you need to charge. And then you've got the capacity to actually use bigger items as well, like an air fryer. Like I say, if you're going to France, it takes nothing to chuck an air fryer in the van as well, and then you can actually eat decent food all week. So that's for you guys to make your mind up whether you think it's useful for you in your situation. A lot of you guys will have converted vans and things like that as well. So this is one of them products that really does merge both worlds, like the camping world and the fishing world, because it's so useful in each of them. Now, after all that waffle, I think it's probably time for another coffee. So let's get the coffee machine out. Now, if you are interested in one of these after listening to all the specs, which I can understand, then this is a bit that you're really going to want to listen to, because this is a bit that's going to actually save you money. Anker SOLIX are running a fan week, and this week runs from the 25th of June until the 2nd of July. And basically what this entails is you sign up as a fan. It's basically like creating an account with Anker SOLIX, and that's going to give you the best possible discounts. But one step further than that, you then get a shopping voucher, which then gives you 5% off. So the idea is on something like this, say you buy 2 shopping vouchers of £500 each, that becomes £1,000, but you're buying them for 5% less than the actual value of the shopping voucher. So a £500 voucher becomes £475. So if you're buying 2 of them, that's down to £950 instead of £1,000. I think that makes sense. So that is the best possible way. So not only do you get access to this at a fan price, which is going to be discounted over the standard web price, you also then get to get these shopping vouchers, which then bring it down even further. So you can, if you play it right, save a substantial amount of money. And then this goes even further, because once you've purchased something, you then get double credits, which you can then redeem against the next purchase. So it's one of them spirals that just keeps on getting better. But the initial way to get this as cheap as possible is by signing up during that fan week, getting your shopping vouchers, and then getting 5% off each of them vouchers when you purchase them. So there's one last thing I need to do with this, and that involves getting a bivvy set up and getting myself sorted. We've all got a bit of OCD when we do carp fishing, haven't we? So there's nothing better than having a nice clean ground sheet. All right, so maybe that was a case of just because you can doesn't mean you should, but you cannot argue that is a very impressive bit of kit if you can power a hoover next to a lake. I'm not saying that that is the thing to do going forwards, but yeah, if you are interested in it, make sure you head over to the Anker SOLIX website and make sure you get there for the fan week as well. So if you want to save the most amount of money possible, that is the week to do it. But thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Now, got a nice clean bivvy to go and pack up.